about different models of making it possible for people to engage with your content. Of course, once you have the audience, the question is how to monetize it, or to, in your case, if you don't want ads yet, how to increase engagement. You have personalized curation. You have interesting concepts. You have an interesting community. You're unleashed on content. Can someone start by telling me how you keep that momentum? How do you think publishers can keep people coming back? Okay. The power of the content, it is the community that you're creating, the social marketing, or the things that you do well.
I think it's several. I think the content and the stories are really important. That's why people come to web. But people also come to websites because there's the community that are because there are different articles about people's great stuff. So inspiration, there's stories, and it also could be community.
I think it's also a matter of customers. It's not only the audience which need to be pulled, but also the advertisers need to be pulled to mobile because at the end they are financing a part of it. And we have an event, an innovation board meeting with one of the big clients, and we're sitting there together for 2 days. Discussion brilliant ideas came up, and the decision from that client, which was a big one, we knew after an innovation meeting, we do newspaper insert because the board members are reading it. That's an educational process which you have to do to the industry, not the users. I think the readers are just doing what fits to their habits.
It's interesting point about advertising. Where does that fit in? I mean, for your model, for example, you're looking at native advertising. Could an advertiser ever come to you with his client and say, Fiat wants to be curating the automotive news on news?
Yeah, that's actually, we have that in our inventory. So SEA could just say, okay, let's do a box about anything related and just curate articles about something motor related, obviously, every day. And it would just be a branded box. Because so far, as you saw on that chart that I was putting up with all the curators, so far we only have people. But we're preparing to launch the first box that is curated by a company, by a brand, and that is SEA, obviously. That's why I had several requests of people who wanted to curate with their brand, and I was no. Right now I only need people because we will provide the service to brands later on, but it's then a paid model.
And people, of course, play a large role in this. The community, again, it seems that we have a lot of content unleashed, but there might be a barrier. Advertisers want to be a part of it. There is a way to include them. Is it that the publishers aren't opening up their content? Are they interested in the models that unleash their content in different bundles or create different bundles?
As far as I can see, they are very willing to cooperate. As long as they know it's not cannibalizing on their current revenue streams, but it's just additional money, and we can prove that with data from model. And I think anyone who has such a story, asking publishers, can we give you money, then most of the time the answer is yes.
Yeah, but still unbundling is a very big question for most publishers. I mean, I remember my discussions at NZZ when I was still there, and we were introducing the e-paper on the iPad pretty early. Like the iPad came out in June, I guess, of 2010. In September, we were out with the first e-paper ad, which has been a great success until today. But until this very day, you cannot buy a single edition of NZZ on that iPad app because they want to say. No, it's not. You cannot buy the daily NZZ for $3.50 or whatever it is, because you would need to buy the smallest ticket you can buy is a 3-month digital subscription, which I always thought is very silly. Because if you only want to read today's, if you want to read one article, that makes one article cost 120 francs or whatever. I think it's pretty stupid, but the publishers are still very reluctant to break up that content and do the unbundling.
So do they also refuse to be in a newsstand?
Good question, but you see how steeply the newsstand sales are
clients. No, I totally agree with you.
If you want to be an offline newsstand, then why wouldn't you sell issues in a digital newsstand?
Yeah, good point.
How far into it? I mean, you have all of the channels, and you're also moving into other activities such as events. I think are very exciting. But you know, the paper magazine is still. I mean, in America, it's almost holy. We have that magazine. So, but you have all the other channels. How do they compare?
Yeah, we decided to start with the membership model and not with unbundling from the beginning on, but we said everything we try is just to try. So what we say is we try to do always a beta. There's some stuff I think topics to really from startups and to say, hey, let's see and let's see what works and what doesn't work. So I think publishers have to try a lot to find out what really works. And I think one way is design bundling, the other thing is inviting people to become part of this whole cosmos. I think for publishers, it's already said this another time. I think everybody, I always compare it with cooking. So everybody on us can cook. And some people only can cook an egg, and other people can cook like this 5-star whatever, even though they are only hobby cooks. That's the same with the internet today. Everybody can write on the internet, and some people can only write like an egg in there, and other people who just hobby authors or writers can write like this 5-star whatever article in there. So, but although everybody can cook, there's still restaurants out there. So I think publishers can look, what can we learn from restaurants? And that's more than the good food on the table. You can decide to be like this fast food chain and to sell like listicles, or you can decide to be this quality, this restaurant who sells quality meat, and then you offer also a good service and a good surrounding and a good feeling. And it's not only you go to the French restaurant not only because of the food, but also because you have the service and the surrounding. So this is something publishers have to learn from. And then the other thing publishers have to learn a lot from is all this technical stuff. I mean, yeah, because I mean it's so hard to buy to build a paywall which just works like Spotify, that with just one click. So it's really keen on trying out vendors, because if you just click and then you buy something, we have to concentrate more on users and readers and what do they really want and how is the customer journey online today. And if you say about paywalls, publishers just need to choose, and it's really hard to build. And to do this one-click thing, everybody from us uses when you use Spotify.
But for me, it's not only something that the publishers are faced with. It's the same that advertisers are faced with.
Yeah.
Because the classic way of advertising won't work forever. There is a battle for attention, and so more and more advertisers start acting as publishers. But actually, which is wrong because brands are not publishers. But people don't give a shit if content is branded, but give a shit if content is shit. And that's very simple, and that's what advertisers have to learn to make good content, and that's something we can collaborate with publishers or do it themselves.